There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And it's a nice...
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the look. He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the two-guard spot. And for the Nets, LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler. And it's Irving at the one. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, we're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
LeVert with it. Pass to Irving. The three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Look at that. No hesitation at all from Irving. He's looking to score as soon as he touches the rock.
Pass to Thibault. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to LeVert. Hops it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Tonight, Chris, two teams that may meet in the playoffs. Does that create any extra incentive, do you think?
Well, when I was playing, I'd say no, but I can tell you the truth now. Yeah, it creates a lot of extra incentive, especially if you're going against a team that may have the home court advantage against you in the playoffs, or also to kind of see what works and doesn't work against them so you can pull out some extra tricks during playoffs. But anyone that doesn't say that, they're giving you the company line, and I understand that, but yeah, it needs a little bit more.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 5-point game. Here's Thibault. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Simmons against Irving. 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Well, you just look at the scoring he's provided and the numbers he has put up, and it's a no-brainer. Rarely does someone carry an offense this much and not walk away with some form of hardware for their efforts.
Now here's Jordan. His last outing, he had 8 points. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Two.
First free throw is good. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Now Simmons, he's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. A nice shot by LeVert.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To end the run. And Durant sends it back.
Durant covers a ton of ground with his length. Using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Irving passes to Jordan. Irving with the bounce pass. And that one, good.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
The 76ers trail by 9. Down low. Jordan with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. That's their third straight make off an assist.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And that one's good. Thibault.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
The wide open look for Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, I tell you what, Harris is a solid mid-range shooter, and he feels comfortable from there.
Simmons against Irving. Jordan up top. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Look, I love how Simmons makes his teammates better. He's consistent at looking to get them going.
It's Durant on the wing. Oh, good on the 3. The 76ers trail by 8. And that one's good. Thibault.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 6 points for KD.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And Durant sends it back. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. On defense, Brooklyn. 6-point lead.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
LeVert kicks to KD. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 4th assist in this one.
Durant's had total confidence in his jumper. Probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural-looking shooters you'll ever see.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, the crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly.
Now, here's Irving. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Chris, what would you tell a young player that maybe a couple years ago burst onto the scene, was sensational, but had been plateauing, maybe even regressing a little?
I tell them success is a journey. But even if they would have won a Rookie of the Year award last year or a championship, that doesn't make them successful if they don't come with that same work ethic the next year. So if you've had a down year, that does not matter. You're supposed to learn from it and make this year better as well. So I would say get back to the drawing board, get back to working hard, watch a lot of tape, be honest with yourself, and focus on how to get better. Now, positive mentality, let's go forward.
Good direction. And it's in there. He's got 13.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing. Brooklyn
leading by 7. Outside Jordan. Inside. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Jordan. KD's got 11 points.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Now the rookie rankings. Who's in the running for the Rookie of the Year here at the midway point of the season? Some terrific young talent in the NBA. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I would have to agree. The thing that impresses me most is his mental toughness. He's got the kind of poise that you just don't see in a lot of rookies.
Here's Harris. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Picked away. Now the 76ers on the break. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
And it's Irving missing. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Richardson. The second effort, and the layup is up and in.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
And here's Irving. He's got 10. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 19.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Now here's Durant. He's got 11. Outside Jordan. Back to Durant. From deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
Brooklyn leading by 5. In transition, here come the Nets. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And I think I only counted 4 total steps for Durant to go from one end of the floor to the other. I mean, he's just incredible in the open floor. That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Harris inside. Embiid's there. Knocked loose. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Irving. Knocks down the 3 ball.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Outside Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Back to Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Prince has checked in for Durant. Philadelphia also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Simmons. And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Simmons.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Now here's Jordan. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Irving for 3. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
The shot comes out.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Dinwiddie wide open. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers trail by 9. Out to the right wing. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Basket counts. 24 points for him.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
In the corner, it's Harris. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 17. Irving double team. Pulls up. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. That's leading by 4. To the middle. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Irving.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
.50 seconds left to play in the first. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Philadelphia, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And he makes the first. Odion Kurucs, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Prince, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%. Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Prince. Maurice checked in for the... So on the floor for Philadelphia. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. The kick out to Irving. Over Simmons. Irving misses. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 3. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. It'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. The drive by KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
And every step of Durant on the drive covers so much ground. You know he's looking to finish that play with the dunk.
Embiid kicks to Simmons. Fires the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 32 points in the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Irving passes to Jordan. Lobbed up there for KD. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Well, Kevin Durant was highly sought after following this past season. And, Chris, you knew his decision would have a huge ripple effect across the NBA.
Yeah, and at this point in his career, Kev, I mean, KD can do whatever he wants as far as which team he plays for. I mean, he has the titles, he has the money, and he has nothing left to prove. I mean, you can see why he chose this team.
And it's sent back by KD. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Now here's Jordan. He has 7. Here's Kurucs. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Kurucs has got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
He gets that one.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Irving against Simmons. With the teardrop, and there's the bucket as Irving finishes it off inside. Irving's got 19 points.
You better respect the floating jumper of Irving. He's remarkable at timing and measuring up these type of difficult shots.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Irving after the Sixers pick up 2. Irving double team. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Harris. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. Come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Joe Harris is checked in for Caruch.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
The 3 from KD. He doesn't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Brooklyn trailing. Stolen away. Now the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 39% in their second quarter. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 21.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
1:49 left in the first half of basketball. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Unloads. It's hauled in by Harris.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And stolen by Simmons. From downtown, that one doesn't go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Oh, boy, that was the kind of effort coaches love to see. So active, such energy at the defensive end.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going after steal.
Pass to LeVert. 30 seconds left in the first half. Can't hit from 12.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
19 seconds left here in the second. No good from 18. Harris looking it over. Passes it to Durant. He kicks to Jordan. LeVert with a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th assist in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stopped, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. Philadelphia's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
He dishes it to Durant. Jordan. And there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got 10 points in the game.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Irving with the ball. Pass to Durant. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pulls up on the elbow, and the basket is good. KD's got 23. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Here's Irving. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. No good from Durant.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Wednesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And that game against the Warriors, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Some people have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like a Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it, like Anthony Davis, who just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will. A nice shot by LeVert.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Takes a three. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. No problem knocking that one down. Now just a 3-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. The shot's good. He has 45 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the inside, LeVert, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, look at that. That's an excellent pass. Irving creating for his teammates, showing his unselfishness.
Lets it go from 14. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Nets trail by 5. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Puts it up from 12. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 6 assists now in the game. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Nets, Prince is checked in for Chandler. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. Philadelphia also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Harris. And it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. Now, here is Irving. 23 points in the game. Here's Dinwiddie. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league.
1:53 left in the third quarter. Stolen. Now the 76ers on the break. And another one falls.
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Well, every game takes him closer to the next benchmark. Next up, second place all time.
And Wilt had 30 games of 50 points or more back in 1963, and that number gets closer and closer with games like this.
To the middle for the lead, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 1.
He's kept the integrity of their offense tonight by moving and cutting and scoring every time they've needed him to.
Chandler kicks to Durant. Here's Harris, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
That's good from Harris.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Dinwiddie. Yep, it counts. Dinwiddie's got 5 points so far. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Stolen by LeVert. Durant, the pass to LeVert. That's tipped. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. The shot will not fall. Simmons with the defensive effort. Harris dishes to Simmons. Chandler with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dinwiddie. He has 5. Four on the shot clock. With a step back. But they get it back. That one off the back iron and out. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets, and his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Ben Simmons.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Dinwiddie with some nice D.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
And that one's good. Durant.
I mean, there's just no answer for Durant inside. It looks like you should be able to body him up. You can forget about that.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The Nets with the lead. Down low, here's KD. And finished off by KD.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Sinks the three-pointer.
The D has got to do something to take away his three-point shots. He's been knocking them down all night.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Looking to get it going, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Yeah, Kevin, this is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity levels.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And stolen by Simmons.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game-changing.
Moment here now for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the 76ers gave me the status. He's getting looked at now for what the team is saying is a collapsed lung. Obviously something that is very serious and something they don't take lightly. It's unfortunate timing all around for them. Of course, they will need to band together while he's out. We'll see how they respond. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately we know he's in good hands, so you hope to see him back on the court soon.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. There's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
Nets trail by 4. Dinwiddie outside. It's LeVert on the wing. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Rebounded by the Nets.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Offensive rebound, Simmons. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant. Great game for him, double-double now. 10 points and 10 assists. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to KD. Chandler the pass to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
I'm not sure what you're supposed to do as a defender when Durant drives. I'm just glad I never have to deal with it.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. A two-point game. Three-pointer. Here's Embiid. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He said, "This is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win." Kevin, we know what side he's on.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Dinwiddie outside. The pass to Jordan. Shot clock at 5. And it goes down 2 points.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The 76ers leading by 4. Harris outside. From 15 feet away. Good on the jump shot.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
The Nets have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Durant trying to break free. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 4 this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. The Nets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And it's sent back by KD to tie it up. And the rejection by Embiid.
Stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Stolen by Durant. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone.
How about that? He uses active hands for the steal and acceleration for the finish. What an effort from Durant.
Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Shot to stop the run. And, yep, another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Dinwiddie dishes to Durant. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. And so he's picked. Now Irving. Out to Harris. Launches a 3. That shot missing. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. If you had to choose, which is the greater value to this team, your passing or your scoring?
Definitely the passing, man. And that, when guys feel more involved in the offense, that bleeds over to other areas of the game as well. Suddenly, guys defend harder, run the floor faster, pound the glass. For me, it's about spreading the ball around so everyone gets a taste and feel parts of what we got going on here.
That's right, baby. Everybody eats. Barbecue chicken alert!
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always our pleasure, although sometimes it's yours as well. For Kenny the Jet and Shaquille, Ernie Johnson, have a great night.
I hear this a lot. I really do when the listeners chime in. And I know a lot of you guys are going to hate it when I go negative, but I got to be honest. I'm going to come right out and say this injury is a disaster. Shot
All right. You guys ready to get down to business? We got a new contract to hash out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Pleasure doing business with you, Don. Levi?